Have you ever wondered how some people are able to get so much done throughout their day while others struggle to get through just a small list of to-dos? Well, in this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down the 5 productivity hacks that helped me go from doing $10,000 a month working in the business bogged down to scaling to over $200,000 a month inside of our agency. And these aren't gonna be your typical, oh, make a to-do list or have this crazy morning meditation routine. These are practical tips that you can apply for your agency so that you can begin to start becoming a true CEO, get stuff off of your plate, and get more done throughout your day. If you're serious about maximizing your days and getting more stuff done throughout your day, this video is for you. When I first started my business, I took pride in how much I could do. Then what happened was I started to burn out because I was so busy working in the business. I had no time to work on the business. And because I was getting new clients, what it was actually doing was it was adding more to my plate. And I didn't have time to, maximize my time to work on sales, to do any deep focus work. And I felt like I was literally on this hamster wheel. And this resulted in me, breaking up with my girlfriend, now wife, not having friends, sacrificing my health. And I'm a strong believer that your success in your agency as a true CEO is going to be measured by how you're using your days. If you can master time management, then you will be able to get more done, handle more clients, and be able to actually scale your business. First thing, we need to realize that time is money. So as an agency, we are selling our time. What we need to realize is however many hours we're spending throughout our day is the investment, because what we need to realize is that when clients pay us, they're buying a service, and the service is what? It's your time and it's your expertise. So when I first started my agency, I did not grasp this concept, and I was like, I'm gonna do this job for this client, I'm gonna spend 10 hours on it, and I have no idea where that's actually going. I don't know if I'm actually billing correctly. And the problem is you're gonna run out of time, and because you run out of time, and if you're not pricing correctly, if you're not using your time wisely, then you're basically just wasting money or you're drastically underpaid. So the first thing that I really want to ink in your guys' brain is that any hour that you're spending with a client or without a client working on your business is money. And if we can get in that mindset, we can start to use our time way wiser, realizing if I'm billing my client $150 an hour, sweet, and I just spent an hour scrolling TikTok and eating lunch and doing all this random stuff. Wow, I just burned $150 that I could be used on XYZ. Same thing on how are we being productive with our time? Are you using your time on high income producing activities? Are you using your time on that $150 an hour tasks, or are you using it on minuscule tasks that you could easily delegate? So that's the first mindset as an agency owner that we just need to get into. The second thing that's really helped me is time blocking deep focus. What I used to do is, because I was so in the business all the time, I felt like I didn't have any time to work on the business. But what I was doing was I wasn't being intentional with the time that I needed to work actually on the business. And I would, have 30-minute gaps between a client call. You realistically cannot go into flow state deep focus if you're sporadically working on the business. What we need to do, and what's helped me, is time blocking on the business activities, stuff that requires attention. And one of the most helpful ways that you can do it is just simply pull up your calendar and say, this is on the business activities. And I'm gonna time block, depending on where you're at with the business, I would do at least 3 days a week of time blocking when you are most focused as a human, and make that your time to work on the business. For me, it's 7 to 12p is on the business. I'm just going to be grinding on the business. That's what my deep focus is. This means no meetings. This means no calls. This means no other tasks than what I have laid out for the on the business activities, for the deep focus work. I would at least block 2 hours out for the on the business activities, because this will drastically help you. And then just stay focused when you're doing this. What you're doing in the deep focus should be meant to buy back more of your time, should be meant to create efficiencies, should be meant to get more clients so that you can hire more people. These are the activities that are actually going to be needle moving for your business. The next thing is planning the day before. So oftentimes as agencies, and myself included, just humans in general, is I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna open up my laptop, and I'm gonna start to plan, and I'm gonna be overwhelmed, and I'm gonna start reacting to my day. And you waste a bunch of time before you actually get into it. What I do is, before I end the day, what I will just simply do is I will make a list of things that I need to get done. So what are the tasks that I need to get done throughout the day? Or what are the big rocks that I want to work on? So let's just say the next day is a deep focus day. Okay, I need to finalize job description. I need to send this to client. I need to build this system. Then when you start your day, you literally just start working on what you had planned on the day before, and you know exactly what your intentions are for that day. If I don't do this, then I wake up, I'm stressed, and I'm like thinking about all these different things that I need to do, all these different things that I need to do, and it's like looming. What we can do, just make the intentions the night before and you'll be good. The other thing that's helpful to plan the day before is like you can prepare for your meetings. Let's just say you have like a client meeting. I'm gonna look at my calendar for the following day. And I'm gonna say, cool, I'm meeting with John, and this is everything with John that we're gonna be talking about. And I can mentally start to prepare so that you can show up for your best on that meeting. Or if there's anything that you need to do to prepare for that meeting, you can make sure you're intentional with it. The next thing that's been extremely helpful for me is to fill your cup up. So when I was in that agency grind, like I thought, the more I work, the more I'm worth. The problem with this is that became my identity. What I neglected was my health, was my fitness, was my relationships, was my relationship with God, was my relationship with my now wife. And it was like, cool, my identity was so wrapped in this, I began to like burn out. I began to lose those relationships because I was so freaking like into work. And the turning point for me was like, broke up with my girlfriend, I'm burnt out, my creative juices are like empty, and I need to do something to like really hone in on this. So what that looked like for me was getting into running, doing something that fuels my creativity, gets me into flow state, pulls me away from the business for a little bit so I can think creatively. My relationship with God, getting closer with Jesus, spending more time in the church. The result of this is I was able to fill my cup, and on the other side of that is I was able to pour from a fuller cup. Probably most of my best business ideas have come from running. Whatever you need to do to fill your cup up so you can be operating at your highest ability, especially as a CEO, find what that is for you. What fills your cup up? Travel, endurance sports, running, swimming, video games, like whatever it could be. Make time to fill your cup up. Make time for that. Be intentional with it. And on the other side, it will help you a lot. And last but not least is probably one of the most important things that you guys can do is learn to say no. Like, it's really easy to want to say yes to everything. But what we need to realize is that the power of focus is in no. I think your success as an agency is not what you say yes to, but it's what you say no to. How many boundaries can you establish so that you can focus on what actually matters inside of your business? If I'm saying yes to everyone, if I'm saying yes to everything, if I'm saying yes to all the clients, all that sort of stuff, that's going to be like a weight for me. So the more that we can say no, the more that we'll be able to focus. And I think it all starts with having a clear vision and having your intentions, having your time blocked, having your deep focus blocked, having what you're going to say yes to in certain scenarios, realizing what fills your cup up and what's going to actually drain your cup. And the more that you can grasp this concept, I promise you, the more that you'll be able to get more done, which will allow you to grow your agency because you're actually working on the right things with no interruptions. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.